Welcome to CognitionChunks. I'm going to Yellowstone National Park soon. This is my first visit and I would like to get as much out of my trip as I can. Can I use GPT to prepare? This is Animal House, Yellowstone Edition. Yellowstone National Park is a sanctuary for a wide variety of animals. Let's look at the range of species from largest to smallest, along with some interesting facts and how to differentiate between similar species. Mammals. 1. Bison. Interesting fact, they can run up to 35 miles per hour, faster than it appears their bulky body would allow. Differentiation. Larger than any other native ungulate in the park, males have more massive heads and shoulders. 2. Elk. Interesting fact, male elk shed their antlers every March and regrow them in time for the September rut. Differentiation. Slimmer than bison with large branching antlers. 3. Moose. Interesting fact, they can swim for several miles and dive up to 18 feet for aquatic plants. Differentiation. Larger and taller than elk, with a more elongated snout and large, palmate antlers. 4. Grizzly bear. Interesting fact, their bite is so powerful it can crush a bowling ball. Differentiation. Hump on the shoulders, shorter, rounded ears, and a longer, more dished face compared to black bears. 5. Black bear. Interesting fact, they have an excellent memory, better than primates in some instances. Differentiation. No shoulder hump, taller ears, and a straight facial profile. 6. Mountain lion, cougar. Interesting fact, they can leap up to 45 feet in a single jump. 7. Gray wolf. Interesting fact, a wolf's howl can be heard up to 10 miles away under optimal conditions. Differentiation. Larger than a coyote, with a more robust build, larger nose, and rounder eyes. 8. Coyote. Interesting fact, despite their wild nature, they can adapt to urban environments. Differentiation. Smaller and more slender than wolves with pointier ears and nose. 9. Red fox. Interesting fact, they have whiskers on their legs as well, which help them to navigate. 10. Otter. Interesting fact, they have the densest fur of any animal, nearly 1 million hair follicles per square inch. 11. Beaver. Interesting fact, they can stay underwater for up to 15 minutes. 12. Marmot. Interesting fact, they whistle to communicate danger, earning them the nickname whistle pig. Birds. 1. Bald eagle. Interesting fact, they have a grip strength of 400 psi, which is about 10 times stronger than a human's grip. 2. Peregrine falcon. Interesting fact, they are the fastest animals, reaching speeds up to 240 miles per hour during dives. 3. Trumpeter swan. Interesting fact, they are the largest waterfowl species in North America. 4. Raven. Interesting fact, ravens can mimic human speech and other sounds. 5. Yellow warbler. Interesting fact, they often make nests lined with hair from large mammals like bison. 6. Mountain bluebird. Interesting fact, despite their bright blue color, they actually have no blue pigments in their feathers. Fish. 1. Lake trout. Interesting fact, they can live up to 50 years. 2. Cutthroat trout. Interesting fact, Yellowstone is the only place where you can find the Yellowstone cutthroat trout. Amphibians. 1. Boreal chorus frog. Interesting fact, they can survive being frozen and thaw out later. 2. Columbia spotted frog. Interesting fact, they use antifreeze chemicals to survive freezing temperatures. Remember that it is crucial to maintain a safe distance from all wildlife in the park, both for your safety and to protect these magnificent animals. Always consult park guidelines and rangers for the most current information on how to interact safely with the park's wildlife. And there we have it, folks. From the majestic grizzly bear lumbering through the meadows to the elusive gray wolf darting through the forests, we've just covered Yellowstone's version of an animal house. And let's not forget our feathery friends. Yellowstone is practically a tweet-tweet symphony. By now, you should be pretty well versed in the critters that call this iconic national park home. It's like a real-life Narnia, but instead of a wardrobe, you just have to pass through the park's entrance. So, the next time you find yourself in Yellowstone, keep those binoculars handy. Who knows, you might just spot a bison and her calf frolicking in the fields or a bald eagle soaring high against the backdrop of that big Wyoming sky. Thanks for joining me in today's adventure through Yellowstone's Animal House. If you found this episode engaging, pause to give us a like, share, and don't forget to subscribe for more knowledge-packed episodes sprinkled with that classic CognitionChunks humor. Until our next expedition into the corridors of knowledge, stay curious and keep exploring. Was this accurate? Did GPT just make up a bunch of stuff that does not exist or does not make sense? I'll let you know how GPT did in a few weeks.